Alright, so this is a bit of a weird thing to do now, but after some research, and I mean some research, of trying to find out how you find out stuff and other things like that, I have come to the conclusion that there is a lot of time until I actually would have gotten to the epilogue. Um, I would have gotten to it quite sooner if I had known what to do from the start of the game, but since I was playing it blind, I didn't know. And I thought I'd just pull up a video and actually react to it. React to what would happen if you actually triggered the epilogue, because for each condition to be met, you have to do it after you've acquired the quest to do it. So let's say, Ares, this quest is like, oh, you have to kill 10,000 enemies, as I think I mentioned earlier in this video, because I might include it in the same video. And it's like, that's quite a lot of enemies, but you probably defeated that many along your journey. That's true. I have defeated 14,000 enemies, but I need to defeat 10,000 enemies from when he gave me the quest, which sucks. I have to catch 18 fish, which isn't that hard, but still takes a while. I have to complete all the character relations with Thanatos, Meg, which all have different things to actually complete them, and Dusa. With Dusa would be easy, but whatever. Meg just doesn't want to trigger. I just gotta keep doing runs and runs and runs, and I've been doing them for 3 days because I do make videos in advance. Doing runs for 3 days, and I've been basically no progress. The stuff you've seen is what, like 15 minutes long. I don't even know, but there's other things like Athena congratulating you when you get back from a run. That never happens. I've done so many runs, and she's congratulated me once. I have to do it so she gets 3 congratulations and before I can actually unlock her. Dionysus isn't the hardest in the world. Artemis just takes a while because she just has to explain a story with Costello, and they're great friends is the idea. Um, but this everything just takes so much time. Like imagine I played this game and I maxed out Achilles' relationship first. And because of the sheer amount of text that this game has, I have still not gotten the request to, you know, make Patroclus be able to meet with Achilles. A thing that should have occurred so long ago. I think it's just, there's too much in this game. It's so much content packed into it that I just decided it would take me another month maybe to trigger the epilogue at this pace. So I'll just watch a video. It's really not that big of a deal. I do feel bad in some way, but I don't think there's much I can do at this point. If I knew to give them at the start, that would have been really cool, because I would have done it by now, but too late.
Zagreus,
Zagreus.
come here a moment, please. All right. We've matters with Olympus to resolve. They don't know I'm here, most of them, besides Zeus, maybe Athena. They think you're Nyx's son rather than mine, and that your goal is still to join them on their mountaintop.
Right, so that's
What a
obvious.
mess. What can we do? The gods of Olympus have all been very good to me for the most part. I don't feel great about deceiving them. They keep trying to help me escape.
What can we do? We can make peace with them, and let them know the truth. So much of it as they would tolerate. Diplomacy is not your father's strong suit, but I'm going to need you two to do exactly as I say. Do you understand?
Yes, Mother. So what do you intend to do, and how do I fit in?
We're going to invite all of them to a little family gathering. Here. And you shall personally deliver them their invitation, Zagreus.
Mother, are you serious? So we're just going to have a bash with them, and they'll just see you after all this time and be fine with everything?
That's interesting.
They certainly shall not be fine with everything. But Hades and I will be prepared to tell them what they need to hear. Don't worry. I shall do the talking.
Yeah, I don't think Hades would be very
What are you
good at
going
that.
to say?
Oh, you know, that we met, fell in love, eloped, had a child. A child who, once grown, sought desperately to reconnect with his extended family. To the chagrin of his grim lord father.
That's all true. As individual statements, at least.
Yeah.
Fortunately, our loving and dutiful son at last persuaded his mother and father to reveal their secretive relationship and make an effort to rejoin their great family.
Your mother won't be happy that you left.
I'll deal with her. Perhaps I'll have to visit her and the rest of them from time to time, if that's what it shall take. But I'll be back. I have no choice. Did you know that if you eat the seeds of an Underworld pomegranate, then you cannot leave for 1 month out of the year per seed?
What? No,
What?
I never knew that.
That's so weird.
Neither do they.
How soon is this family gathering you have in mind going to take place?
Soon after you invite them all, I hope. Now go. And trust in me, all right? We have a lot to learn of trust, I think.
I know what you mean. I'll let you know when it's done.
Huh.
Okay, I think I'm ready. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. And I hope it finds you well, Lady Aphrodite.
Alright.
Why, this is something, dearest. Such an enigmatic message you have sent. How positively captivating. I must know what it says. It bears the marks of others on Olympus, so perhaps we ought to share some common knowledge on the subject.
What does that mean?
In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Lord Ares, please consider our proposal, once you're able to decipher it.
My, what is this, my kin? Some sort of invitation for me, I presume? Not just for me. This symbolizes all the others here? Most intriguing. I shall investigate the meaning of this as quickly as I'm able then. But first...
Found you, Huntress. Here, in the name of Hades, Olympus, this
Okay,
is
so
an
this
official
is
message,
interesting.
Especially for
They're
you,
giving
Lady
them
Artemis.
bits of info, but not full info.
Some kind of special message for me. Oh, looks like there's one for everybody on Olympus, then. Felt rather special for a moment there, and now you're making me check in with all the others. Great.
Well, that
This
sucks,
is it
right?
then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Lady Athena, I trust you'll quickly figure this one out.
Is this some kind of offering for me? No, hold a moment. This appears to be a message. Part of one. Then, can this mean... I have to notify the others. I trust they also have received something from you, or shortly shall.
Yeah, that's how it works, right? Chaos.
I can sense some sort of shifting in your father's residence.
Right, it said you can invite chaos. It's not necessary.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. It's just my mother, we're reaching out to the Olympians, trying to reconnect the family. It's been a while, relatively, since she and father saw the others, but in case a gathering occurs, I did wish you to know you're cordially invited too.
Cordially invited. A generous proposal, son of Hades. Though a natural gathering is to occur within my space, please understand it would be difficult for me to bring the full entirety of my presence there. However, I think I can arrange to be with you in some capacity. Thank you.
Your mother knows what she's doing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Lady Demeter, this is for you.
What's all of this, young Zagreus? A message of some sort for me indeed. I can't decipher it, although it bears the marks of my 2 foster brothers here. And, well, it seems we'd better compare notes.
Alright, so yeah, they're giving them bits of information.
In the name of Hades, Olympus.
So when they put it all together, they're all gonna realize at the same time what it means.
Whoa, hold just for a moment, Zag. Now, I can recognize an invite when I see one, man. And this is definitely, almost certainly, some sort of invite. One for me and one for everybody else, it looks like here. Oh, I'm excited. That is something really special, I can tell.
Yeah.
I get to be the messenger this time. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Lord Hermes, got here as quickly as I could.
Why, that looks like you've got a message just for me this time. How special is that, boss? Some sort of invite from the looks of things. You sure that I'm supposed to have this, seeing as I'm not officially involved?
Oh, you are. You are.
All right, here goes. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Uncle Poseidon, hope you can make this out.
Ah, old Poseidon.
What's this, nephew? Why isn't this a note? or part of one addressed to me, but it appears there should be other pieces for the others here. Ah, it's like a sunken treasure then, which means I must seek its mysteries at once.
Right?
Sure hope this works. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message for you in all your splendor, Lord Uncle Zeus.
Right, Zeus is last, of course.
My, what is this you have for me, young man? Appears to be a message of some sort, bearing my thunder sigil. Though there's one for everybody on Olympus, have they as yet received their own? I must know what it says. It's from your father. Who else can it be? I better check on this.
He realized real quick.
Zagreus.
It's done, Mother. Father, the invitations. Personally sent to everyone with whom I've been in contact. So what do we do now?
Excellent, Zagreus. Congratulate him, Hades. On a job well done.
Persephone, how can you be so certain your request was executed to your satisfaction?
It's known as trust, Hades. Or faith. They're
Yeah.
similar. Try one sometime. It'll be good for you. As for what we do next, why, we've a great big feast we must prepare.
This house is not a suitable location for such guests. Dionysus alone shall bring ruin to this place. Or... the faith thing that you said.
Yes, good. Now then, we have a lot of work to go around. So why don't we call everyone on staff and let them in on this, and dole out suitable responsibilities, all right?
Alright, this seems interesting.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Thus did all of Olympus journey deep into the Underworld, all together for the very first time.
The very first
The
time.
Queen Persephone revealed herself in all her splendor, much to their surprise, and told them everything she indicated to her son. She eloped with grim Lord Hades, she said, mothering a fire-stepping prince who sought to reconnect with his extended family. Hades and Persephone at first refused his wish, but so moved were they by his relentless struggles to the surface that at last they decided to heed their will for Zagreus and reach out, for his and everybody's sake. The Olympians listened to all this in stunned silence. Then Zeus himself began to laugh. "Welcome back into the family," he said.
That's nice.
After the shock subsided, the festivities began.
I say, big brother, you and your better half put on a positively smashing night. It's a relief for all of us, knowing Persephone is safe and sound. And mother to as noble of a son as my good nephew there. Well, little brother, the Queen and I, in turn, appreciate you all taking time out of your doubtless busy lives to come all this distance to my house. I'm certain it is very modest in comparison to Mount Olympus, but I trust that you were suitably entertained.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Of course, Hades. Now then, farewell, and let us keep in better touch from here. Farewell indeed, Lord Zeus.
When finally the great feast ended, all the Olympians returned to their mountain abode, fully satisfied. As for the house of Hades, it required thorough cleansing, from the rafters to the floor.
That's great to know.
Such revelry, of course, is unbecoming of the name of Hades, and the fearsome reputation of the Underworld. For if mortals were to have no fear of death, then they would have no fear of anything at all. A well-kept family secret, then, this would live on to be.
Oh, that's nice.
Whew. I'd say that went about as well as could have been expected. And the cleanup wasn't all that bad. For the most part.
Well, fortunate Uncle Zeus seemed to catch on right away and went along with it. But this whole elaborate tale you spun... I remember how hurt I felt when I found out Father lied to me about you. Now we're lying to Olympus. What if they find out? Even if they don't, I don't like it.
Zagreus, I may not be an expert, But here's what I've come to understand about how families work. At least our own. The thing is, how we speak to one another is even more important than the words we use. I think, deep down, everyone in our family knows this.
You're saying they all knew you weren't being perfectly honest and went along with it anyway. I guess the pomegranate thing in particular was a bit of a stretch.
The common ground in our family is that we want peace. Besides Ares, though even he would rather the conflict
Okay.
occur elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
That elaborate tale. It's less a deception and more a concession. A way of saying, let's move on from the past and start anew. No hard feelings.
You don't have hard feelings? What about Father? What about Demeter?
Well, let's see. My hard feelings are nothing next to the joy of having my son in my life. Your father never imagined his relationship with me could be out in the open. And my mother, she's just glad I'm alive.
Oh, that's nice.
And Uncle Zeus is glad things didn't turn out worse for him. I get the sense he acts a bit impulsively at times and deals with the consequences later.
Oh, yeah. No,
What can
definitely.
I tell you, Zagreus? We're family. You've said it yourself to me before. We're stuck with one another. That any of us like each other in the slightest. It's a wonder and a blessing, I think.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Thanks, Mother. Think I'll be heading out again soon. See you when I get back.
Huh.
Sounds good. I'll see you then.
This was nice. This was actually nice. Alright,
Neither do they.
so this footage is from Grindfest, in case anyone wanted to actually look at this for themselves. Interesting thing is, I wasn't expecting this at all. Like, not at all. Especially this whole scene. But I'm glad it's in the game. Although, you know what the thing is? I would have played a month. Let's just assume for the it's probably accurate. For a month of playing this game, like constantly, every day, trying to make like some videos from the bits and pieces of what I've gathered. I don't even know if I'll include all the bits I've gathered so far in these 3 days. But I've been trying to do that, and it's been tough. And all of this for well, let's see, a total of about 13 minutes of actual new stuff would have been so heartbreaking because that is a lot of effort. Like, watching this is a completely different story from playing it. Do you know how much effort you have to make to actually complete this whole thing? It's insane. And it's just insane the amount of text that is in this game because it's all voice acted. That is the most surprising fact because let's say in most games you have like the important bits voice acted. No, everything in this is voice acted, and that just makes it so much more different because you don't want to skip it. It just you feel bad, you know. If you skip stuff, you're gonna miss out on hearing the actual voice actors perform their work, and it's really good. They're good voice actors. So it creates this problem where you spend so much time trying to complete this game. And at the end, you get like well, thank you that you played the game. Here's some insight to what happened, but it's not enough. I'd like to see Olympus for a second. I'd like to see any other god. I'd like to see the party. Like there was no party. There's just oh, okay, they partied and then yeah, okay, cleaned
Oh,
up the
even
party
he-
instantly. Nothing even left. Big mess, but we can't even see it. Also, where did the shades all go? They just stash them somewhere for the event. It's it wouldn't be something that I would be happy with as an ending, which is why I'm glad I didn't spend the time to actually play through this. Only thing I really want to find out is Meg as lover, because I know that's one of the lover candidates. There's Thanatos and there's Dusa, but Dusa also at the end refuses you completely. I haven't checked the other ones, but she refuses you because she doesn't really feel like she wants to love anybody. Um, she says she just wants to be eternal friends and returns all the ambrosia you give her, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm glad to know this game was great. It actually was really good. And I'll miss it. I'll probably still play it from time to time. It is, after all, really, really good. But I just can't bring myself to do all this work for this. Plus, it's no longer even blind. I've made a decision and I gotta stick with it. I mean, sure, it's all great, but look at this. You invite Chaos over, and she's just like, okay, I'll come. But there's no mention because there's no party. I also maxed out the relationship with Nyx. She should have had something to do with Chaos at some point, like I read. And just, there's so much dialogue about, I don't really care if a character is gonna comment on the fact that I have the twin fists of Malphon equipped, okay? That's just not the case. I want to get through the story, not meaningless, just chatting, you know? So I would like if Hades had a priority system where they would give you the most important text firstly, and then chatter when you don't have other important stuff left, or just a descending order of importance. Anyway, it's been nice and all. I'll take a 1 day break from videos, and then I'll get back because I do want to start um the next game, which will be Final Fantasy X. And of course, along with that, I will be playing 10 too. That's weird to say. When I finish 10. It'll probably be even longer than Hades, but I am probably gonna enjoy that one a lot as well. And that one, unlike Hades is a roguelike. So that means when you keep playing it and playing it and playing it, there might be some different things, but it's never gonna be the, oh, that's new. I like that. You know, that feeling of discovery. At some point, it ends because it is a roguelike. It's just gonna be a repetition, and that's the problem with it in maintaining long hours of playing this game over and over. Like, yeah, sure, if you love the game, you'll play it so much. But I do gotta go leave it a nice review. That's been all for Hades, and I hope you enjoyed the series, because I know I did. See you at the next game.